serve with the navigators based in Kakamega at Masindemuliro University. My journey with the navigators started the day I had attended a navigator conference called Combat. This conference had been organized by Mr. Tomo Ward in Eldoret. During this conference, our focus was in Matthew chapter 9, verse 35 to 38. And the main things that we did during this conference, we prayed for the lost, studied scriptures about the lost, and we had an opportunity going out to reach out to the lost people. During this conference, I felt deep in my heart God challenging me that, Khamala, why should you just be praying God to send out laborers into his harvest field? And yet here you are. Why don't you become a laborer? And so during the conference, I approached Mr. Tom Ward and challenged him. Mr. Tom, I think this is what I would like to do. This is what God is calling me to do. Tom encouraged me to continue praying, listening to God as I continued with my studies. At that time, I was in my second year at Masindemuliro University. And so I continued praying, and every time I prayed, it was clear that this is what God was calling me to. And so I graduated in 2012, and immediately after my graduation in 2013, I went to Eldoret to be trained and to be skilled and to be equipped so that I could be effective in reaching out to the lost. And Tom is the same guy who discipled me, mentored me, and walked with me as I was doing my staff training with the navigators in Eldoret. And during my training, I used to travel every weekend to Kakamega and visit students, have fellowship with them, read scriptures at Masindemuliro University. And so I finished my training in 2016, and I was sent back. And I was so excited that I was going back to the campus where I had studied to reach out to students. And I basically believe that Jesus is the only person who is able to give us hope, restore hope to the hopeless. And in this process, God has been so faithful in raising men and women from Masindemuliro University. It started with a guy called John Peter Mdrimi, and then there's another guy called Wycliffe Omondi, who went to serve with Focus, and then after Wycliffe Omondi, there came another guy called David Omondi. David Omondi, he also came on staff training, and right now he's reaching out to students at University of Eldoret, and many others. Recently we had a guy called Vincent Abuao, who recently transitioned, and he's so faithfully reaching out to people in a rehabilitation institution. And right now, I'm working with a guy called Davis Atwad. In fact, I call him a fellow laborer. He's the guy we stay with in Kakamega, and we labor with him, reaching out to students at Masindemuliro University. I have seen Genesis chapter 22, verse 17 to 18 come to reality. I always pray and say that as I point students to Jesus, they will walk in obedience to Jesus. They will walk in obedience with God, just the same way Abraham obeyed God. And as a result of Abraham obeying God, God promised him that he was going to increase his descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as numerous as the sand on the seashore. This is deeply in my heart that those I work with, God is going to increase them. God is going to send them in different places. And so I'm so humbled to be part of what God is doing in redeeming people back to himself. Thank you so much for having listened to me.